Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. So we're going to get into our corn harvest. We've got a lot of corn to cut today. And then we'll probably do some more baling. Got a lot of bales to pick up. But we're going to jump right into cutting corn. Alright, let's do it. I'm going to hire out the combines. Get them rolling. It is the last day of October. Do 2 inrows, and I think we're going to want to go north and south. Really don't want to use the automatic because that really kind of makes the lines all twisty. I want to do north and south and do 2 inrows. So we'll hire that. Got the case, or not the case, the International over here. I'm going to get it started on this side. And this field, maybe east-west. Might be the better option. Yeah, I think that'd be the best option on this side. We'll do east-west over here. Fire that out. Deer should be going. There goes the International. Alright, I've got the truck parked over here, and we'll take the tarp off. This is going to be our kind of our dump point here. And Fuzzy, I'll let you decide which one you want to drive. You want to drive the deer, or do you want to drive the case? It's up to you. As far as the green carts go. Look at those God rays coming in this morning. Look at that. Coming through the trees there. Oh. Good morning, Fuzzy. How's it going? The only thing missing from this is the sound of roosters and chickens. So we're gonna have to get some of those today for the farm here. All right, Fuzzy's gonna take the deer. I will take the 8900. Good morning, Mossy Oak. How's it going? I am a wee bit late. I had to reset some stuff. For some reason, the power, I've talked about this before, and it might be the fact that everybody's deciding to turn on their air conditioning units at the same time or something on our power grid or whatever. But the power just it'll surge, and it surges just enough that it just kind of blinks off, and then it only lasts maybe a second or two, and then it blinks back on. But it's enough to take out, everything that runs on power in here. The computer, the monitors, everything. Everything has to be reset, and then I have to reset it sometimes more than once, because of audio issues and software issues and stuff like that. So, yeah, good times. I wish stuff would just work, but stuff never pans out that way. Right, I know these guys are going to get full pretty quick on this because it is corn. Getting these inrows is probably going to be the hardest part. Probably going to have to let them stop and let them get kind of full. Yeah, see this guy, these edges are not like straight either. They're not like broadly curved, and they're not straight. They're sharply curved, and they're not straight at all. So they're going to be doing a lot of back and forth just because they're trying to figure life out while they harvest. So that's AI for you. those lights really shine on the back of the combine there, don't they, though? Guide rays coming in. I did do a little bit of clearing out here in these woods. Somewhere. Where did I don't even remember where I started it. It was back here somewhere. Came through with a bush hog a little bit. Was it right through here? Might have been right through here. I'm gonna say right through here because there's not a lot of tall bushes right through here. And then I got back here and decided, you know what? I got a lot of trees to knock out of the way, so might as well just hold off on doing anything. Oh no, maybe this is where I came through. This looks more like a bush hog come through it. Yeah, right through here. Right through that way. Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo. A little in cab. But should be a good day for playing Farming Sim. Need to actually check my weather. Yeah, I was gonna say if I disappear, it's probably because my power went out. I need to probably look into getting a large battery backup. Since most of the time, knock on wood, most of the time when the power goes out, it's only for a second or two. But it's just enough to, you know, knock everything offline. If I get a battery backup, I can hook my internet up to that and my PC. And theoretically, shouldn't really lose anything. I should stay live and my PC should stay on, right? Trying to think, is there anything else that I would have to connect into that? The monitors, I don't think they would be that hard to get booted back up or turned back on. Main thing is keeping the PC going, keeping the internet going. I think that's it. I'm really thinking I don't have really anything else that's an essential power thing that would need to continuously stay running. But yeah, even if the monitors went out, it would only take me a few seconds to get those back on. Hopefully I'm not, you know, in full speed cruise control if that ever happened, because I wouldn't be able to see what was going on until I got the monitors booted back up. So, and it takes these monitors a few seconds to come on, because they are, each one is 55 inches, and they're old. They're what we call obsolete now. They're not like these new fancy ones that probably boot up, you know, within a second. These take, when I turn these on, these take about 10 to 15 seconds to come on. Alright, he is just about full. There he is. And he's full. Gotta find the sweet spot. There's a sweet spot with this somewhere. I think it's right on the edge too. Might be right on the back. Yeah, let me see if I can scoot over a little bit. About as far over. Okay, I had it. I saw it. Come on. Right there. It might be flickering, but it's working. The only downside with these combines is that they don't empty into every grain cart. They're picky on which grain cart they empty into. Good morning, Big Al. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming that would work. That it wouldn't be like an overload for the battery. Yeah, and these are already plugged into surge protectors, so they're pretty much protected from surges. I need to remove this bush. Goodbye, bush. Good morning, Adam. How's it going? Need to check my weather too. Let's see. No, it's actually supposed to be pretty clear today. And I know tomorrow we're supposed to get some stuff. But it actually don't look half bad. Today or this morning, really. And then it's gonna do something every day, starting tomorrow, all the way through next Saturday. So... Yeah, I wouldn't have to run like that for long. Maybe just a few minutes. And then, I guess if it didn't come back after a few minutes, I'd probably just, shut everything off, and then we'd have to start over. But at least for those little few second power outages, it would at least maybe keep me online. They're already really 80% full already? Yep. Lights just came on. I can get up here and offload him on the go, maybe. Yeah, that's probably not going to work too well. I got to be in just the right position for him to be able to empty into me. Or maybe that'll work. Yeah, I'll go ahead and empty him out right here. I wonder if I can fit through this shed. There's not enough room to go that way. It's a beautiful morning here in Maury County, Missouri. We've got a corn harvest going on out here. Make sure you stay tuned to the great music that we have ahead, and enjoy your Saturday morning. You're here with the Grand Arcade on 103.47 FM. I don't know the numbers. Well, how many numbers did I say? Said a lot. You're listening to the Rockin' Ray County, Missouri. Rockin' Ray County, Missouri radio. Go ahead and empty this. Alright, we've done one revolution around. See where Fuzzy's at over there. Oh, looks like he might have done one already. Started on his second pass there now, going around. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Guess everybody saw the news this week. Rockstar announced that the pre-orders for PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X would start for Grand Theft Auto 6 on June 25th, I think, what they said. They also released the artwork, which I think is pretty cool. Even though I won't be, I won't really probably have access to the game November 19th when it releases for console, because I'm not on console. Hopefully soon thereafter. The rumor is February 27, but I don't know. Don't have the details for sure. Okay, that tree needs to go right there. Whatever that is. Oh, it's a bush. That bush needs to go. And then probably this tree. And then depending on how today goes, I might buy a couple more fields if we can secure the funding. Let's see what we own. We own that field right there, so we gotta finish these 2 cornfields here. Come down and cut that one. And then come over and cut that one. We're done with the soybeans that we currently own. There are some other soybean fields out there. There's one right there. And then there's one down here. Now, these fields, they have probably weeds and stuff in them. Yeah, that one's got weeds. That one's got weeds and half fertilized. This one's got weeds and fully fertilized, so that would probably be the better choice. Some of these smaller ones up there, like this one up here, might be in a little better shape. I think it's got weeds in it too. Yeah, but it's fully fertilized, so I don't know. We might secure some more of these fields out here. We're currently drying everything. We got I think we've got plenty of propane for now. We got a lot of soybeans. So far we've got 126,000 dried. And then there's let's see, soybeans. There's 376 left to dry currently. So gonna have right at 500,000 liters of soybeans. Haven't seen any updates. Haven't seen any updates from Solobuki yet. Other than the last one, you know, he posted for anybody that could send him like pictures or videos of the area, and then the only thing that he posted really about the map was the gas station. That was back in May, I think, is when he posted all that stuff, or early June. I think it was back in May. Yeah. I'll try to let him get on this straight stretch up here and offload him again. Sometimes this works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy has nuts, mounds don't. Got a little bit off of him, not much though. He's at 90% now. If the offload on this combine would work, you gotta be like right on the edge of the thing. See, look, pipes there, you should be offloading into me. And let me see if I can get over enough to hit that trigger there. Just like that. I think these combines need an update. I don't know if one of the Giants updates would have broken that, or if they've always had that issue, but they need an update. They need to fix. I think what they need to do is they need to like increase the distance of like the trigger. Something about the end of the thing not wanting to pick up the trigger on the grain cart. I think I need to make that a little bit bigger or something. Time for a new combine? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Funny, the deer works fine. You know, we're good with the deer, I think. We didn't have any issues with the deer. I had to upgrade to the 7150 or something. And see, here it works, pretty much. In spots. Yeah, he still just wants to do that edge of it, so. Let's go do an update with Fuzzy. Let's go over and look. Yeah, we're not gonna buy any of that stuff. Flight mode, engage, go. Let's see, where is Fuzzy at? He's probably around this side over here somewhere. Nope. There he is. Offloading in the truck, and combine is doing the straight north-south passes now, so. And then it should work around this pond, so. Left that out there. This needs an update. And it is totally not even in the thing technically, but it is filling me up. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. These are from the mod hub too, which is surprising, you know. Most of the stuff that is in the mod hub works to a point. I'll try to let him go on past me. There he goes. Go empty into the truck here. Back it up. Put it in reverse, Terry. He should start doing north and south lines over here. I'm gonna assume my combine. Okay, here he comes. I was like, where did bro go? I know they didn't have that long to turn around down there. I'm assuming he went back and grabbed maybe a little bit of that. I don't know. He's still got this up here and then all of that to get. And he's getting almost full. Come on, give me your corn. Alright, we'll stop right there. Alright, how much is a new combine? There's nothing on sale. Let's see. Combines. We got the old Massey there. So the 7150. Is it 60? I thought that was a 7150. That says 7160. Did they just did they change that? Wasn't that a 7150? I wonder if they changed that in an update, because I could have swore that was a 7150. Hang on, where's Stevie's at? Stevie's probably didn't change. And his was just a modified version of that. Yeah, it says 7150 right there. They changed that. Didn't that say 60? Maybe they gave it like a little engine upgrade? Engine bump? $71.60. Sure enough. So this was, it's the same combine, but they changed the numbering on it. So this is what it was. It was a 7150. Now this one has the expanded capacity, you know, it's Stevie-fied, but there's the one we got. Got these. These are, all three of these are from the same pack, so I'm going to try to steer clear of those. They added tracks to the little 45 John Deere. The rest of this stuff is Stevie stuff, so probably that one right there. Try to keep it real. So that's 307. Or we could just get the old Massey. How much capacity would we be losing? We could keep the same capacity and just get the 7160. 307 for that. Even the New Holland would be a step down. Slightly there. This one, I wonder if they fixed this one, because this one had some issues with, I think, power. Like it does not do hills. Or it didn't. Maybe that's why this got a bump. Maybe this one had the same problem. I just never noticed it. So That's 307. 310.5 there. We took the duals off and just left the singles on there. That bumps it back down to 307. Could do that. We don't have anything we can sell though. So we'd have to probably dip into the loan. Oh, he's up there doing that now. And we're at 2.2. We got a lot of bales that we're going to sell at some point. How much was that? 307? Take out a little bit extra. What are we at? What are we at down there? 2.460. Might as well just make it 2.5. All right, 2.5. And then we can just swap out the headers. Still keep those smaller headers for now. So combine this one, Michelin, and we'll take the duals off of it. Okay. Let me empty this. I like this older equipment, and I'll use it any chance I get, but it's got to work. Now this would probably work with maybe another tipper or something like that. It empties into the truck fine. No issue whatsoever. I guess it just doesn't like that grain cart. So let's take the header off here. You know what, before I sell this combine back, we may swap out, we may take a look at another grain cart and see if that... But it's almost time to upgrade to new equipment anyway, so... Alright, I got bales down there. I got bales way back there on the side of that big field back there. I've got several stacks over there by the house. I've already got the bales out of this field here. I think pretty much all the bales are out of here. I still got to bale the cornfield back there and then the soybean field that we harvested back there. Still got to do those. Alright, now I gotta reset this. I don't know where he'll start at, so. Go ahead and take those 2 inrows off. Alright, we'll see where he decides to start at. I think our truck is gonna be full. Yep. Let me go empty this. Buzzy, if you get full, just empty into my grain cart. Alright, let's go empty this into the dryer down here. That'll put us back in the green for corn there. Yep. He's just got to do these short passes here. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if this one will. It should empty into it. In-game grain cart, in-game combine. This doesn't work, something's broken. Oh yeah, totally works. Alright, we're in business. This will definitely increase our rate of productivity. Yeah, looking at these God rays in reverse is kind of trippy. You got a bunch coming out right there, right? Look at that. It's like the light goes into a shadow down there. Yeah, Fuzzy, one thing about this map, there's deer and turkeys everywhere. I know there's a deer standing down in the middle of, oh, what field is that down there? This one right here. 46. Yeah, so there's a deer like right, I want to say he's like right in this vicinity right there. But yeah, they do that. I guess they just on this map. It's kind of like I know the blinds look like the blinds from over there on Owendale, and usually there's one right down here. Maybe they don't come out until November. Usually there's like a blind like right in here. Somewhere. I don't think the blinds come out till November. Yeah, the deer, the turkeys. I haven't seen anything else yet. I don't know about barbecue deer, but I could go for some deer sausage or venison or deer jerky. I hadn't had deer jerky in forever. Had deer sausage. It's pretty good. I like it. One thing about the deep south is if the world hits the fan and things go south, or not deep south, but if things go bad in the world, we have a lot of deer in the deep south. Yeah, I've always got deer in my backyard here too. Sometimes in my front yard. It's funny, they come out at night and you'll look outside and like, man, there's a whole lot of deer. And then we've got right down the road from me, we've got a area. It must be like a deer crossing, and they have signs up, but it's funny that they pick this kind of like, it's like a little section of woods, and that's where the deer are always crossing the road. And there's other spots, you know, you would think, okay, well, I wonder why they don't cross here, wonder why they don't cross here. No, it's always just this one little section of a section of woods that they decide to cross the road at. I've always wondered why. Why do they cross right there? Go empty this. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go empty the truck again, ain't I? Yep, it's full. Just, if you get full again, just empty into me and I'll come back and empty it out. Kind of looking forward to this fog lifting. Really foggy. But I'm glad we've got it in the game. You know, we talked about we were playing 22 and 19 and talking about, you know, it'd be nice to have the fog back, but we've got it. Definitely got a foggish layer. That some maps, you know, some maps they kind of tone it back a little bit, and some maps like this one they kind of up it a little bit. I like it. It's more realistic this way and prettier. Oh, I gotta turn right here. Oh, quick. Throw some gravel down right here. You like venison? Fuzzy, do they have over there? Do they have deer and turkeys and all that? Or is that just a North American thing? The train. have loads of deer. And say we have white-tailed deer, we have, you know, elk, we have reindeer, I guess, in North America too. I think the reindeer are, you can kind of go to what, Finland and stuff, and there's a lot of them there. I don't have a lot of elk around me though. Mainly we have like the white-tailed deer and stuff like that. this field is done. I'm gonna move this combine down to the field, down across from the co-op down there. All right. I went the wrong way. I think I'm gonna put this one on automatic. What, 45 looks like. Oh no, not 45. Let's see, I gotta think in my brain here a little bit. Third. 90 would be east and west. So 100 and... $120. Let's do 120. Alright, let's turn our inroads back on. Alright. I'm gonna let that run. And I'm gonna grab the 8900 here. And actually, I'm gonna take my first break and I'll come back and get this tractor. So, you guys over on YouTube, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Always remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see you later, YouTube. Bye.